So we actually do have some more breaking news to take you out to before we head back to New York City and the protesters inside Trump Tower. This pertains to the Russia-Ukraine war, as Vladimir Putin is now agreeing with a U.S. proposal for a ceasefire in principle. So this is coming in from the Associated Press. I'm going to read it word for word for you. Breaking: Russian President Vladimir Putin said that he agrees in principle with a U.S. proposal for a 30-day ceasefire in Ukraine, but those terms do still need to be worked out. So again, another developing story here that we are just going to bring you the latest details as we are just learning this. He said this in a press conference. So here's that quote from Putin. It says, quote, "So the idea itself is correct and we certainly support it, but there are issues that we need to discuss, and I think that we need to discuss it with our American colleagues and partners." Putin also noted the need to develop a mechanism to control possible breaches of the truce. Another issue, he said, is whether Ukraine could use the 30-day ceasefire to continue mobilization. Here's another quote from him. He says, "We agree with the proposals to halt the fighting, but we proceed from the assumption that the ceasefire should lead to lasting peace and remove the root causes of the crisis." Putin also saying that while it appeared that the U.S. persuaded Ukraine to accept a ceasefire, Ukraine is interested in that because of the battlefield situation, noting that Ukrainian troops that launched an incursion into Russia's region would be fully blocked in the coming days. He said, "In these conditions, I believe it would be good for the Ukrainian side to secure a ceasefire for at least 30 days. If you are just joining us on Live Now from Fox, we are bringing you this breaking news that Russian President Vladimir Putin agreeing in principle with a U.S. proposal for a ceasefire. We do have even more information on this. At this press briefing, Putin thanked U.S. President Donald Trump for, quote, paying so much attention to the settlement in Ukraine. He also thanked the leaders of China, India, Brazil, and South Africa for their, quote, noble mission to end the fighting to casualties. Russia has said it will not accept peacemakers from any NATO members to monitor a prospective truce. This is all a breaking news update here on Live Now from Fox. Keeping you updated on all of this as we do learn more. If you are just joining us, though, bringing you this news that Russian President Vladimir Putin is agreeing in principle with the U.S. proposal for a ceasefire.